This is actually really interesting. I've never shared this before, and I'm sure this will radically change your life in a really, really powerful way. It has mine, but it's almost like I've been automatically doing it. And sometimes when it comes to success with the law of attraction and stuff like this, and even just in general, when someone, is teaching how to make money, or if someone's teaching this and that, sometimes they don't understand the little unique things that has dramatically changed your life. And I think this is one of those things that has dramatically changed my life, but has changed a lot of other people's lives dramatically as well. And this is in all areas, law of attraction, whatever it is. This is really, really powerful stuff. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. Hey superstar, it's Gavin here. It's freezing out here. I'm going to be making a video for you today about the two things that will radically shift your life in a really powerful way with the law of attraction and seeing more success with it. And this is something that I've realized that I do automatically and others do automatically as well. It's almost like they have a knowing. And I believe for the most part, these people and myself do it because we're connected to a higher power and we realize the power of energy. And so Nikola Tesla says, if you want to understand the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is that of karma and the Akashic records. So karma is something that I don't think a lot of people work on or understand how it works. We have good karma and we have bad karma. If there was a bank account in the spiritual realm, it would be that of karma. And so we want to understand how much good karma points we have. We want to understand how much bad karma points that we have. Now, for some of you, you're going to be thinking, why does bad things happen to good people in the world? Why are people suffering and stuff like that? I'm going to get to that in a moment. Now, karma, in terms of the spiritual realm is infinity. Okay? And so, no time and space. And so we want to understand that there's more to this lifetime that we're experiencing right now. Right now, my grandfather has a condition called dementia. And he's having conversations with us around things that he had experienced in the past as if it is happening right now. Now we can say, oh, dementia is an illness and stuff like this, but his present moment is in the past. That's his conditioning. That's what's happened to him. Now, in terms of karma, in terms of our minds, if you have a healthy mind, our present is right now, our future is our imagination, our past is a memory. And I've worked with people personally who have been through the most traumatic things: sexual abuse, emotional abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse. And within, a 45-minute session or an hour session, completely healed them of this particular trauma where it no longer affects them and they actually feel happy about it. The past is just a memory. It's a conditioning. When you change the conditioning, you operate in the present moment differently. Life is a gift. That's why they call it the present. So we have to be in the present to experience the presence of life. The future is your imagination. And that's why we use things like visualization to visualize our future. Now, in terms of karma, we have to understand that there's also memory in the DNA. The DNA is its own mechanism, is its own brain. Just like the heart is a brain. You may not know that. The stomach, the digestive system is a brain. Okay? We need to understand that these are all functioning systems that all work holistically together, but the DNA is carrying energy from your parents, their parents, their parents, their parents. And so you're carrying on the karma. Karma is carried over through the ancestry. And we could just call it energy. Okay? So my ancestry, if we go way back, went through racism and slavery and all of this stuff. That conditioning is passed over from people to people to people to people to people to people. Okay? That's just in this timeline. Okay? There are other timelines. And so what I mean by that is you may have a past life. If you believe in past lives. You don't know who you was or how you were in your past lives. And so from those life forms, you've brought over karma. And so what I've found is people who are working on their energy, who are working on their karma, have a lot more success going forward in life. Now, I just want to quickly talk about the egocentric people. There are the egocentric people. Egocentric are usually the narcissists, the sociopaths, the people who only care about themselves, all about money and stuff like this. These people, they operate off the ego. They don't have any awareness of themselves when they're wrong, anything like that. And so what we want to understand is these people, they operate from this particular space, and what they do is they bring down others in order for them to feel good. That's what they do. And so in this reality, we have beings that want to go to war. We have beings that will go and create dynamics between other countries and swipe all of their money and their oil and their resources. This is the egocentric. So when you see people suffering in poverty and stuff like this around the world, it's not that they have bad karma, it's that these egocentric people are stealing their resources, are pulling away from what they have. And so that's what we want to realize. It's not necessarily that it's their karma. Sometimes it's just the egocentric people who are stealing and taking away and being manipulative. And so we have to realize that, we have to acknowledge that. So when you see people suffering in this world, sometimes they're from first world countries and it's just that they've made very, very poor decisions. Sometimes it's to do with their past life karma or their ancestral karma. Sometimes it's to do with these egocentric people stealing money, right? And so when it comes to working on your karma, or working on your energy, you can transform your life. Now what I've found is when people have a Dharma, okay, karma, Dharma. Dharma is your purpose work, is your fulfillment work, is your joy. When people follow their Dharma, when they follow their life purpose, they have to work on themselves. They have to work on their energy. Not everyone, remember there's the egocentric, but there's also people who, you know, they need to go to the seminars, reprogram their mind, condition, get NLP, do Honoponopono, do all of these techniques and strategies in order to heal, to reprogram, in order to get where they want to be. So the two things are working on your karma, and as you work on your karma, you're healing your past. But what accelerates that healing of the karma and getting those positive karma points is having a dharma. Because as you have a dharma, as you have a mission, as you have something where you're contributing and wanting to help and serve the world, when you're moving more into the world-centric mindset or consciousness, what happens is you accelerate your growth, because you have to, because if you don't, right, you're limited to the time that you are alive here. But also you want to help as much people as possible in the lifetime that you exist. I was just on a call yesterday with one of my clients, and like, she really wants to be successful, she really wants to make it happen, and she feels let down that she's not where she wants to be yet. And so the reason she's on a call with me is because she has a dharma, and because she has a dharma, she wants to grow quickly, and so she invests in herself, and she gets the coaching, she gets the stuff that she needs in order to be where she wants to be. She's working on her karma, even more so than a majority of people would. So some people, they will go around and they'll just like watch YouTube videos and yada yada yada, and they will try and just like, you know, reprogram and try and manifest and stuff like this. But when you have a real purpose, a real mission, a dharma, what happens is you work on your karma even more. You grow, you expand, you become a greater version of yourself. It's one of the most powerful things that you can do. And that's why Tony Robbins calls the business spiritual. Because the business, you must operate as a different person in order to be the type of person that can function in a business and run a business. You have to grow, and you need to grow by working on your karma, working on your energy, working on your mindset, working on your psychology, working on your emotions and stuff like this, becoming a greater version of yourself. So the secret that I've seen with a lot of people who I've been around is they don't only work towards something because they want to, you know, have a lot of money, but they're focused on a deeper mission. They're focused on love and helping a lot of people and contributing to a lot of people. And for doing that, it's almost like you don't want to let people down. You want to fulfill that mission. You want to help as much people as possible. You want to live a fulfilling life. Some of it is selfish, but a lot of it's about contribution and helping people. And so in doing that, you know, you can't be at that level of success without working on yourself. You cannot be the same person you are now in order to have that success. And so it goes hand in hand. Work on have a dharma, have a purpose. So let me share with you how to find a purpose. It's very, very easy. Easier than you think. Number one, your purpose is not some big exciting thing. Please take that illusion out of your mind, okay? It's not some big, you know, exciting, woo, I found my purpose, yay! It's not like that. A purpose is something that you do totally normal, totally natural, probably every day. You're probably doing it every day right now. You don't even know you're doing it. It's one of those things where it's not necessarily a big deal for you. You do it automatically, you do it easily. And for me, at a very young age, people used to always come to me for advice. All the time. They used to come to me for advice. And I loved giving the advice. And the advice that I would give, it was really helpful for them. And so it made me feel really good. I did it automatically. It wasn't something that was, you know, like outside of me. And so that was my purpose. And so what do I do now? I give advice, right? I give advice. And eventually I had related that giving advice and teaching is my purpose, right? I related teaching to raising the vibration of the planet. I made it spiritual, a spiritual purpose. It wasn't materialistic. It was materialistic at first, but now it's a spiritual purpose, raising the vibration of the planet. And so in that energy, as I operate from that energy, raising the vibration of the planet, and whilst I'm giving advice and teaching, I'm fulfilling my purpose. So your purpose is usually like 1 or 2 words, like a teacher or a healer, right? Or a creative. That's your purpose. And then your passions is in which how you do that. My passion is law of attraction. My passion is spirituality. My passion is personal growth. That's my passion, and that's what I teach. I'm not a teacher in school. There's a school over there. I don't know if you can hear the kids. I'm not teaching in a school. That's not my passion. Okay, so there's a difference between purpose and passion. You want to find out what your purpose is first, and then you find out how in which you facilitate that particular purpose with a passion. Once you do that, it's game over, right? And then you can connect that to a spiritual thing, like a spiritual reason and why which you do that. Even if you're like a hairdresser, there can be a spiritual reason in why and which you do that. You just need to find out what it is for you. So how do you find your purpose? You find your purpose by connecting to your higher self. So what you do is you close your eyes, you take 3 deep breaths. Okay? You close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths, you relax your being, you get into the alpha brainwave state. It doesn't take very long to get into alpha brainwave, maybe like 30 seconds of deep breathing and relaxing yourself, taking some deep breaths. Get into the alpha brainwave state, and then once you're in the alpha brainwave state, after like 30 seconds of breathing and relaxing your being, you say, connect me to my higher self, connect me to my higher self, connect me to my higher self. Say that 3 times. Boom, now you're connected to your higher self. And then what you do is you match. You make your 3rd eye and the 3rd eye of your higher self meet. Now what I do is I just see my higher self upside down. So my higher self will be this way, like, you know, upside down, and my higher self's 3rd eye will be hitting my 3rd eye. And so that's what I do, that's what I imagine. And then I notice what I feel. And it's interesting, for a lot of people, they feel the same thing. They feel clarity, or they feel at peace, they feel calm, they feel warm. Let me just put my hood up here. Feeling a little bit cold. And so you probably can hear the kids over there shouting. Sorry about that in the background. There's like a school over there. Anyway, so that's actually the school that I used to go to at a young age. It's interesting. Anyway, don't know why they're screaming like that. Sounds a little bit strange to me. Anyway, so you match your 3rd eye with the 3rd eye of your higher self. You feel what you feel, and then you ask your higher self, what is my purpose? Okay, that's it. You ask yourself, what is your purpose? And then you feel what you feel. If you see stuff, then interpret what you see. Okay, write it down. And keep on writing, maybe for like 15 minutes until you figure out, okay, this is my purpose, this is what I'm supposed to do. Okay. But ultimately, your purpose is something that you do automatically. You can't help but do it. Okay? It's very easy for you to do, and you can see a lot of results with it, because it's just something that you do automatically and easily. And so once you find your purpose, you find your Dharma, it helps you work on your karma, and as you work on your karma, you get more good karma points. As you begin to grow and expand and become a greater version of yourself, your karma points increase, and you start to see more and more success in your life. If you're just using plain old law of attraction, trying to manifest, you're not necessarily working on yourself, just trying to manifest. And so what I would say is figure out how you can grow and expand. And that's why I teach energy healing, neutrality shifting, because you're working on your inner world. Your external world is a reflection of your inner world. And if you think in terms of karma, what karma do we hold? And that is why we're seeing this reflection in the external world. Okay. I can go deep because, you know, some people, you know, have been, you know, I've worked with people, you know, have been molested, raped, all of this stuff. Okay, I've worked with people like this, and the reason they're experiencing these things is not just because of this lifetime, not just because of karma and stuff like this. We want to realize, for example, if it's like, you know, to do with slavery, the women were raped, molested and stuff like this from slavery, and so this energy is passed over via the DNA over and over and over and over again until, like, you know, their whole family is experiencing these particular energies, and it's just going through and going through and going through and spreading out. It's like a virus, all right? And so this is what we have to realize in our lives, okay? And it's our job as light workers to do the healing. Okay, it's very important. It's more important than just this lifetime. We've got to think of future lifetimes. We've got to think, you know, in terms of like spirituality and what we're doing for spirituality, to heal as much as possible, to invest in ourselves, and not making, you know, life all about the material success. Okay, the material success can come from you following your Dharma and following your purpose. All right, that will just be it'll be like nothing to you. It's just an extension. Oh yeah, I got the house. It's not even that important. Like, you have a mission. It's so important. Your mission is so important. It's just like, oh yeah, I have these things, but it doesn't really matter. It's not the main thing or why I'm doing this. Do you know what I mean? So this is where we want to operate from. We want to operate from abundance and fulfillment and joy and purpose. Okay. All right, so right now we offer neutrality shifting coaching. If you already know about neutrality shifting coaching, check it out. There'll be a link in the description. Currently we're closed, but if you want to get on the waiting list, be sure to click on the link in the description. Very, very powerful. It shifts your personality to align with your personal reality. Will dramatically change your life. We're healing people, we're shifting people into the reality that they want very quickly. So if you want to get that, the link will be in the description. Leave a comment below saying, I am a superstar, oh yeah. And comment below if you want me to make a video on finding your purpose. If you want to make me to do a meditation or something like this on connecting with your higher self and finding out what your Dharma is, what your purpose is. Okay. So there should be some videos on screen right now. Keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace.